Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. Aloha Friday, guys. There's been quite a bit of DC Extended Universe updates that dropped today. A couple are rumors, a couple are still standing by, but there is one big confirmation, and that is Patty Jenkins has revealed that she is definitely got Kristen Wiig to join the Wonder Woman 2 family as Cheetah. She put this on Twitter. So excited to confirm the most thrilling news. Yes, it's true. So incredibly lucky to welcome the sensationally talented Kristen Wiig to our Wonder Woman family. Can't wait to finally work with one of my favorites. And so excited by what we have planned. Hashtag Cheetah at Gal Gadot. So, Wonder Woman 2 is expected to start filming this summer. It will be released on November 1st of 2019. And as I've already talked about Kristen Wiig being Cheetah in Wonder Woman 2, not sure the type of tone, and we'll get a little bit more into that later. But we only know, most of us only know her in her comedian takes. But there has been some movies and there has been some drama. She's able to put out some great performances, and so I trust Patty Jenkins. I trust in her. I trust in her ability to choose people, choose actors and actresses to fulfill the roles that she puts in her stories, and I think she's got a winner there. I think this might be Kristen Wiig's great role in her career, and something that puts her back on the map, is just more than just a comedian, maybe more into the blockbuster range. You know, I think it'll be a great stepping stone for her, and I'm excited to see what she can do with the Cheetah character. So great props on that. It's confirmed, everybody. You don't have to talk about rumor mills anymore. It is confirmed. Now let's see the costume. All right, next thing is kind of a confirmation, but not really. Greg Berlanti, who is responsible for those Supergirl, all those CW TV shows of for DC Universe right now, he said that DC Films' Booster Gold movie is still in the works at Warner Brothers. Yeah, Booster Gold is still in the works. Now, a while back, they were talking about how Booster Gold was not going to be part of the DC Extended Universe. It's going to be its own thing. But now I guess he is kind of saying it is going to be part of DC's universe. I'm not sure, but this is what he had to say. Greg Berlanti says it's still in development with DC. Berlanti told The Wrap about the feature, which is based on one of the quirkier heroes in the DC canon, whose superhero has a keen awareness of the power of celebrity and the cunning thirst to attain it. They're trying to figure out both the distance that we will have to travel and how we want to execute it. Another factor for the studio, he said, was how it's going to fit into the greater landscape, meaning the rest of the DC film slate that has been in state of flux given the muted critical and box office reception for films like Suicide Squad and Justice League. That's really on them. They're still kind of determining their order of business on that end, said Berlanti. So we don't know what's going to happen with that. And so, like I said back then, it was not going to be woven into the current shared film universe, but I guess from what he's talking about, it definitely is going to fit in there, or they're going to try to fit in there. You know, there's been a lot of changes in the DC Extended Universe, and so we'll see how that happens with that. Is that going to work? I think it'd be kind of cool to have things type of like future and past, because that's the kind of thing that the timelines and different jumping through time is kind of something that happens in the DC universe a lot. And when there's multiverses, there are also time jumps as well. So having Booster Gold fit into the larger story could be quite something after we do the multiverse type of ordeal in Flashpoint, or if it's still going to be Flashpoint, or whatever Flash is going to be. But I think that could be ending up later, and like the studio says, if they're concentrating on the main core characters, then that Booster Gold will probably be put on the back burner for now until they develop the core characters more and then explode the universe a little bit further. And I think Booster Gold would be pretty good. I think Booster Gold could definitely work in this universe as another piece of the pie, something that is different from the rest of the universe, and kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy of that, even though Green Lantern Corps would be the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know what to call them. Is the Doctor Strange of the Galaxy? I don't know. But it could work. I could see it happening. It's going to be quirky and weirdly fun. But if Shazam is more family friendly and is still part of the universe, who's to say? I don't know. We'll have to see if this even happens or not. I'm not a real fan of Greg Berlanti's work in Supergirl and stuff, but I feel like with a budget of a movie budget, maybe he can make it better. I'm more in terms of the quality and the look of it. But I don't know. We'll see how that works out. And let me know if you're a fan of Booster Gold and want to see Booster Gold actually happen. Now, next is an interesting rumor that's coming out. And this is coming from our good old Jeremy Conrad at Monobyte. He wrote on Twitter. He had actually an article about a huge rumor that Warner Brothers is considering a Hawkman and Hawkgirl movie. Now, I'm going to link this article on my thing, but after this, there is rumor mill that they're trying to make a Hawkman and a Hawkgirl movie. Beyond that, there's not much known, but it does raise some interesting possibilities for the post-Snyder era of the DCEU. Although Hawkman and Hawkgirl were done on the CW's Arrowverse, the characters have had multiple origins in the comics. While the TV shows went with the Egyptian angle, it's possible they go with more sci-fi one for the movies that would allow it to tie into Green Lantern Corps. Then again, the Egyptian angle would allow them to tie into Shazam and Black Adam. So he's kind of speculating here and there, but there's a rumor that's being spread around about there's enough there to at least put it out there as an interesting possibility that may be exploring. Perhaps we'll hear something at San Diego Comic-Con, maybe even WonderCon, I don't know, but San Diego Comic-Con is probably the better bet. But as of that writing, there's been a lot of updates. Some other people were talking about Hawkman. Humberto Gonzalez also tweeted a picture of Hawkman with a So whether he's just thinking about Jeremy Conrad's article, where does Jeremy Conrad get his sources? No idea. But it did take me back to, remember we had those theories of the Justice League movie where we thought we saw Thanagarians in the background flying around, and we're like, wait a minute, is that the Hawkman, Hawkgirl? Maybe we're going to see something like that. Ultimately, in the theatrical we saw that it didn't come true. Maybe in the Snyder Cut there was, but in the theatrical version we never saw that happen. So. But seeing how it's kind of after Justice League kind of exploded into space, we've got Green Lantern. It's not far-fetched to think we could definitely have a Hawkman and Hawkgirl movie in the future, and they're more along the lines of being more core characters than say Booster Gold. So I'd see that coming before Booster Gold, but we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully we'll have another new slate in Comic-Con or WonderCon. We don't know. Speaking of cons though, WonderCon is happening, right? It's coming out March 23rd, 24th, 25th, and this is cool. This is from Sam Parker Meadow, at Sam Parker Meadow on Twitter. He graciously took a screenshot of a couple things. One is, by the way, Studio 80i. 30 years of making monsters is going to be at 5:30 p.m. on that Saturday. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, Godzilla. So anyway, this is more DC Extended Universe. So he also tweeted out at 12:25 p.m. At WonderCon Anaheim on Saturday the 24th is going to be the Warner Brothers presentation. He screen capped that, so that is definitely happening. What's going to happen? A lot of people just pretty much speculate. We can probably speculate by now. Aquaman teaser, some kind of maybe a first trailer. Then San Diego Comic-Con, we're going to have a second trailer, and then another final trailer before the release of Aquaman later on this year. So that's probably the most safest bet. But I'm waiting to see if there's any more to that Warner Brothers presentation, more than Aquaman, Shazam, Wonder Woman 2. Probably not any of those things, but I would love to see a new slate. But seeing that, I talked to my friend, and according to him, WonderCon is like the fourth con or third con, I think. So it's like San Diego Comic Con is the biggest, New York Comic Con, Emerald City Comic Con, which just happened. He went to that, and then WonderCon is after that. So I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong about that, but that's what he's told me. So if that's the ranking, then there could be a possibility. Nothing happened at Emerald City Comic Con, but there is something happening at WonderCon, so maybe WonderCon might be a good bet. Then we get San Diego, then we get New York Comic Con, so a lot of cons. And now WonderCon actually did have some teasers before, so hey, anything could happen at this point. But a lot of people are like, where's the Snyder Cut, right? Where is the Snyder Cut? And no, we're not gonna. There's no confirmation or anything of rumors about Snyder Cut, but I just wanted to point out this, that a lot of people have posted for me onto my Twitter and shared, is that Tom Holkenborg, Junkie XL, he tweeted out that there's just 1 week until my Tomb Raider movie score is released. It's on Spotify, by the way, some songs, along with something else. Stay tuned, wink. Now, a lot of people are going, it's Justice League, it's the Snyder Cut, we're gonna get it, and I want to hope that too, guys. I seriously want to hope that too. I am not saying that it's not going to be it, but it's just, I don't know. I don't think I don't want to give my hopes up, because when he actually says what it is, it might just be a new movie he's working on. It might be totally something else. We don't know. I am really hopeful to see that if Tom Holkenborg and Junkie XL would probably announce something along the lines, while Zack Snyder, something is brewing, the storm is brewing. Yes, I do feel it, but I do not want to give my hopes up if it's not that, and because I'm sure he's getting a lot of different types of work out there, a lot of different movies. So right now I'm hopeful and I'm grinning, but I just put expectations a little bit lower. But I'm still excited. I see that wink along with something else, and I hope that something else is his music that's being provided for the Snyder Cut. That's all I want to say about that. So excited for that. Now I want to get to something that's very, very negative today, and I hate to end it at that, but that new Justice League promo that came out. Now what they did was they kind of made an homage to Superfriends. I'm not even an homage. They blatantly copied the Superfriends music. They had the VHS rewind thing, the colors. They get Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman with the Superman face. Yee, Batman! You know, it's like, it's so terrible. It's horrible stuff. I mean, I cannot believe what they're doing with that. I cannot believe with this Warner Brothers marketing team. I mean, at first, yeah, they're releasing stuff that was not in the movie, and you figured, well, that's the material they had. You know, that's all they had to work with. That was all they released, so they're just gonna go with that. And we're like, okay, fine, but it's still not. Everybody's going, release a Snyder Cut, release a Snyder Cut, and then they blatantly just put this out. It's like how insulting that is for the filmmaker right now, for Zack Snyder. That is totally not the tone. That is totally not the Justice League that he made. It's not even the Justice League that's on in the theaters. Not in Justice League on digital. It's not even going to be the Justice League that comes out on a Blu-ray. Yeah, sure, the scenes of Batman smiling and all those scenes actually do happen, but the way they made it, like Superfriends, really? You couldn't have done Justice League Animated, Justice League Unlimited instead? That's a little bit more in line. What's with the campiness? Like, why Superfriends? You know, that just gets me so angry. I'm like, it's so blatantly insulting and gross. Oh man, I mean, like, what's happening here? And what I'm totally afraid of what's happening here, just looking at what's happened on the DC and how Shazam's going to be lighthearted, Aquaman, I don't know what's gonna be lighthearted or not, but I know the costumes are much brighter, more along the comics, and that's fine because that's like that. But are they gonna go the route? Are they setting us up to have Justice League more of that camp? We're like, I know the execs say we're not gonna be like Marvel anymore. You know, we're not gonna. It's we finally learned our lesson. We're not gonna be like Marvel, right? And so, and a lot of times we're thinking it's just tone based, where Marvel is lighter and then DC is a little bit darker and serious. Fine, if you want to, call it that, categorize it that way. But I'm thinking this is like, okay, they don't want to be the light heart, the comical thing, let's have some seriousness in Marvel. And instead of being darker, instead of going back to here or more towards here, they just go the opposite direction and they're like, total camp, let's go, kid friendly, all out, jokes galore, weird stuff like that. I mean, just totally campiness, brighter, even, let's go even brighter than Marvel. Yeah, how's that possible? Let's go brighter, let's go from the opposite ends of the spectrum and making Marvel now in the middle of the spectrum rather than the other end. And I just hope that's not what they're doing. I hope Kristen Wiig as Cheetah, it's because of her dramatic acting sensibilities, and there is proof of that. But what is going on? Are they going to make Cheetah an actual comedic character? Now, they did say the tone, it's going to be different. Wonder Woman 2 is going to be a different type of film from Wonder Woman 1. Wonder Woman 1 was kind of like the Zack Snyder type tone. That's the tone. And if it's going to be different from that, how different? How much different? Is it the other end of the spectrum? The Super Friends version of this world? I hope not. I hope this is not where it's going to go. I hope it's just the marketing guys who don't even know what to do anymore and how to market it. They're just playing around. They're trying like how all these different nostalgia things are happening with Ready Player One, Spider-Man Homecoming. They're trying to put marketing out there that makes you feel nostalgic, get those nostalgia fans in, but pissing on the hardcore fans that actually went to go watch a movie or wanted to go watch a movie many times, so I don't know it's just so insulting and disappointing that Warner Brothers Home Entertainment would make a commercial like that. It's just terrible. It's obscene. I don't know, it's just crazy, and it makes me fear for the rest of the universe that's coming out. Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, and I plan to be wrong, because I feel that if they're going in that end of the spectrum, I mean, come on, remember Batman and Robin? Do we really want to go back to that time? Oh, anyway, what do you guys think about all this news that come out? Kristen Wiig confirmed as Cheetah. Greg Berlanti possibly making Booster Gold. A Hawkman, Hawkgirl movie. And what about Tom Holkenborg? Do you think he's actually going to announce something that has to do with the Snyder Cut? Also, what do you guys think about the Justice League promo, Super Friends promo? Oh my god. Alright guys, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.